Alright guys, gonna apply the clear coat. It's gonna be shiny rocker guard. Okay, here's the second, the final coat. Pretty good. It'll occupy the whole side. So let's spray the final coat. Alright, the driver's side is done. Gonna go on the side. Hello guys, good morning, welcome back. Today I'm gonna start working on this rocker panel here, replacing this left side rocker panel. So I have a slip-on type here. So I'm gonna show you here before we're gonna start everything. You have to make sure you fit this slip-on type to the rusted part, and then we're gonna put our markings before we're gonna cut the rusted portion. So I'll show you. So here guys, I'm gonna pre-fit this slip-on type rocker panel here, like that. This one is not the whole rocker panel, so we need to be careful before cutting the old ones, because we need to left something here so that this rocker panel will hold into the original rocker panel. So put our markings here, that's where it goes there. This kind of rocker panel, there's like a longer here, and then up to here in the middle, slightly going down just to slip in there, and the bottom side, that's how it looks like. So in this portion here, I don't want to cut more up on this because there's nothing to hold in the brand new slip-on type. So I just need to cut around here where the edge is here, right on the, like below a little bit on these edges. So I'm gonna cut that one, I'm gonna mark it down and start cutting this rusted one. So guys, it's gonna grind this good, really good. Take off the rust there, and we're gonna cut some rust on the inner part too. This thing here is all rusted out. So I'm gonna show you underneath here. We're just gonna glue this one with a good glue. Very expensive glue, but it's worth the money. Very good glue, the Lord Fuser, a metal bonding, slow one. Just use a slow because you have time to work on it. If you put fast, you don't have enough time to work on it. It's a big panel. You need a slow Lord Fuser. It's a good glue, really good. Same thing as they used last time in the Dodge around 1500. You don't need to weld it, just glue it, and it's good to go. It's really good glue. They tested it in the crash, so you don't worry about somebody hit you and want to kind of fall out. I tested it already, so it's really good. Instead of welding this thing, you weld it and make a hole, and then it will rust it out through to the inside, and it's not good. You can weld some a little bit, but not the whole thing, just tack it. But me, sometimes I didn't weld it. I tried it already and it works good. Then gonna fall off, plus the fiberglass after, I should be fine. So I'm gonna show you here guys. This one is nothing holds in the bottom, so I'm gonna put some steel plate underneath to hold this inner lower piece of the slip-on type. Okay, down here, so you can see that there, that's a rotten rocker, very rusted through, so nothing's gonna hold on this slip-on type. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna put something here like a plate. I'm gonna measure a long plate, or not really a long plate. You can put here, weld it here down, maybe 4 studs with the plate, as long as you can weld it down here. See, it is here, it's still solid here. You can weld it here and down one there, and then once it's put on, you can put a long strip here, and then you can attach the newer plate right here. You can glue it here on the end of the lip or just weld it just to hold the inner, because this newer panel, nothing to hold it. There's nothing, that's all rust there. So that's what you're gonna do. Put a plate there, weld it here, or you can glue it too. But I like to weld it because this is the structural here. But everything here, you just need to glue it, and it's really, really good. It will holds really strong. Okay, but before we're gonna start putting a plate inside, guys, I'm gonna take everything here, this rusted part. We don't want to leave this thing here like that. That's the proper way of doing it professionally. If you go in most body shop, they don't care about this. They don't cut this one. You just put the clip there and that's it, because they don't want to waste time on it. But me, I need to do a good job, good work on this truck, because I like doing a good job. I like to clean it all. Cut this one here, then I'll put some rust converter there, and then anti-rust after. In most body shops around, big body shops, they don't care about that. Nobody wants to do that there. Only me doing this, cutting that one, because I like to do a good job on this thing. It takes lots of time, but that's the way, you know. I love doing it, do it properly, and it's gonna worth it after. Because if I like to keep this truck, it's gonna be a nice truck after, and I'm happy without doing a good job. That's the difference when you're doing in your own. And if you really like to keep this truck forever, you should do a good job. As I mentioned, most body shops, if you go in the body shop to, you know, if you want to replace your rocker panel, especially like this, oh man, they don't care about the inner. You just cover it. They're not wasting time to take this rusty portion here. You just take a body fillers or fiberglass there, because they want it finish it quick so that you can make money on it. And after that, it's still gonna rust again. So if you go to body shop, you should be careful, guys. If you have a truck like this, it's very costly to fix like this. So don't think about cheap on this kind of job. So for me, I'm gonna take some time, love doing this. That's the only key to make this happen, doing a good job. You have the skills, love, and passion to do this job so that you have a nice truck after done this. And I'm happy with it, doing a good job. Okay, let's get it started. Take this rust off, and I'm gonna put a bracket here so that we can put our new slip-on type rocker panel. Right on. So guys, as I mentioned, so if you go to body shop, they don't care about this thing here inside. So be careful on that thing. You need to search around that you can do this kind of job. You can trust someone to do this job, to bring your truck in a nice look after, and you don't leave this kind of shit here. So if you go bring your truck to the most body shops, it's your choice, and you pay lots of money and you don't cut this thing here. That's gonna be a rip-up thing, kind of thing. So for me, I like to do a good job. After this, I'm gonna show you guys. It's gonna be nice and it's gonna be durable after. Let's finish this thing. So let's rock it on. Alright guys, like the rocker panel is very close to finish cleaning up. Look at that, it's better than it was. So the only left here is the solid part. See that? So a little bit of rust there, but we're gonna treat that one anti-rust and it's gonna be good. Spray from rust converter and rust paint, and then we're gonna put that with a fluid film inside before we're gonna put the new rocker panel inside. So as you can see here guys, show you here the cab corner to cut the piece here. So I cut it down here already. So that's the rusted part there, as you can see here. That's the rust one. So I cut in half the new cab corner. So that's the part there. So I don't need the whole thing. You don't need to put the whole thing, because this one is still solid here. So I just cut it like half there. So it's ready to put in there. Just need to set up, make sure you're here before you're putting this one, guys. You need to make it make sure the top corner fit here on the side. Is the very tricky portion. Before you put this one, you need to pound it a little bit here There's a lots of way of doing it. You can take this out. You can take this everything out here and align up your new cup corner. But sometimes I leave this one out because this is still very solid here, so that my new cup corner will stick on this. This is the strongest part of the corner here. When I put my new cup corner, it will hold more stronger here. So what I'm gonna do is gonna pound it there, like pound this thing inside. Pound this inner bit, so that when you put the new cup corner, it will line up the line, still line up the line here, and it creates a good gap to the rear doors. So you have to make sure your rear doors is lined up too. Now it's gonna a little bit more grinding. We're gonna grind this piece too inside, and again we're gonna glue it. So I'm gonna glue this, guys. No need to weld that thing. I'm gonna glue that and put the fiberglass after that once the glue is dried. So that's a good glue, putting good glue. So right there, I'm gonna put the rocker panel after. I'm gonna put some pieces there, a stud, something stud. Like I said, like we're gonna put something in there to support the bottom of the new slip-on type rocker panel. Okay, looks pretty close there. We're gonna make it faster. Not gonna talk too much here. That's gonna do the job. I'm gonna put some reinforcement there so that I can put my new slip-on type rocker panel today. Okay, guys, stay tuned. Okay, down here, this is the tricky part of this cup corner, so you have to be careful. This, make sure this line up. So the trick of this, sometimes I cut this one here, guys. See, I put a mark there. This is the end of the new cup corner. Just put a mark there. So make sure you have I just want to overlap it there. You can do like a butt too, but I like doing overlap it so that it will solid there. But the trick of this is I need to cut it here. I cut it down here. I left a little bit of tab here, and this end I can tap it forward or backward into the rear side, just enough to, just like that. See, it kink a bit. Just enough to my new cup corner will push going to the rear, so that it create a line up on this line here, on this edges. So see, it's almost there. See, it's almost just needs to pound more, and we're gonna glue it. See, it's pretty perfect here. It's line up. So that's the trick there. I did it a lot, so I know what I'm doing to make this job really good. So let's hold there, and after that you can put some fiberglass here, solid fiberglass, and there's another tab here that holds this thing, and the inner side of the panel will hold this brand new piece here. So that's perfect there. That's one way of doing it. You can cut the whole thing too. You can weld, but that's too much welding. I don't like it, and it will create a rust. So this way, glue it, it will not rust, because the glue will, you know, cover the bare metal there. So for me, I'm doing this for many years. This is the best way of doing it, and trust it will not gonna, it will you know, last longer. It will preserve the truck actually. And this thing here, I'm gonna put some fiberglass that after we put the new slip-on rocker panel here. See, it meets up really good. That's where it goes there. That's pretty nice. It's a little bit big job here. Just you know, take your time. Let's do a good job, and that's all it matters. At the end, you can have a nice truck, and it will gonna preserve the truck, you know, forever. That's the way of doing it, guys. So let's go. Let's gonna finish this rocker panel today, or hopefully. I'm not really sure I'm gonna finish today. Well, if not, I'm gonna, you know, it's slowly but surely. Gonna finish it tomorrow if we can prepare. It's lots of you know, preparations here. We're gonna make a stud here down, you know, around here to support the inside of the new piece here. Kind of this rusty job is so expensive, guys. So never think of cheap. Never think a cheap job on this. So if you go to a body shop, they charge you lots of money on this thing. So expect that. If you're gonna do this by yourself, so make sure you have experience of this. You can do it by yourself by watching this video. So let's try this, and after that you can you know, you can think that, yeah, this is a really expensive job. If you go to body shop, you will realize it that's why body shops are charged more on this kind of work. But in a body shop, I mentioned earlier, you don't care about this rust here. You don't care about, you don't clean that thing. Most of them. I'm just the one only doing this thing. If you can see, doing this here in YouTube or wherever you find other guys doing this. I clean up everything here. You know, maybe 1 out of 10 or 2 out of 10. I don't know if they're gonna clean it, take it all the rusted, but in most body shop guys, I tell you, they don't care about that. You just put the new panel in and weld it. You don't even put like anti-rust there. You just put the panel in, put the fiberglass, and that's it, because you want the job done quickly so that you can make money on it. And of course, the owner is cheap too. You want, oh, why are you charging me this? Something like that. It's only a rocker panel. See, that's a big job. So these materials are so expensive. That's why, you know, if you pay more, maybe, you know, if you request to clean up all the inside there, if you don't, it depends on your budget, right? So materials are so expensive, especially now. The materials are like twice the price than before. It's way different now. So if you want to do it by yourself, you have to spend more money too. Still the same, you have to spend more money to make a good job, to make the job done right. Okay, let's gonna finish this, guys, and hopefully couple this from now. We can prime this thing and get it painted and put some textured rocker guard in there. Let's go. Okay, this cup gonna show you here. As you can see, guys, I cut that one there, this portion, and this portion here too. So as I mentioned, so I tap that down there. See, tap that, push that in, and the same thing here, so that your new panel here, cup corner, it will perfectly fits. As you can see here, show you. See that? Perfect. See. This one is a little bit, see here, it's pretty lined up and straight here. It looks like it's ready to glue. Grind this piece too, the inner side, and we're gonna glue it. And after that, we're gonna do a body works for the fiberglass, and it's good to go. Right on. See, it holds perfectly there. Good job. So that's the trick, guys. And now you know how to replace your cab corner, and make sure grind it good there and put a good glue, a load fuser, slow bonding, metal bonding adhesive. Those glows very good, really good. Expensive, very expensive, especially right now. Before it was only like around $60. Right now it's went up to like 100 plus for the small tube. Okay, let's finish this one.
Perfect.
So I'm gonna fit this door on, put the door on to line up the gap from the door to the cab corner. So I really like this door, guys. It's easy to install. So if you have a Chevrolet Silverado this year is, it's very easy. There's a pin, you just slide it in. Alright, my door is on, so I'm gonna close this one. Look at that. Beautiful. See, the gap is really good here. It's a little bit down. Right out, you can adjust that thing. Oh, my gap is really good. Just need to raise a little bit. Show you here. Like that. Right there. Perfect. So let's gonna glue it. It's ready to glue, and the fiberglass will do the rest. Right on. Perfect. Good job. So I'm gonna take the doors again. Well, let's gonna glue this cab corner first, and then I can put the support for the slip-on type rocker panel. Put the studs there and the piece of plate there, and then after that I can glue the slip-on type rocker panel. Let's go. Let's do the job. Alright guys, I put some screws there so that it will hold really good while it's gluing there. So now the gap here is really good. So now it's time to take off the door so that I can work on this side. I'm gonna put some screw too so that it will hold tight, and you can take off the screw once it's dry and put the fiberglass in it. It's tiny screw, it won't hurt. You make like a hole there, but you can fill it up with a fiberglass after, and it should be fine. You can clamp it too. Yeah, I'm gonna take the doors off and then maybe I can clamp it or put a screw. It depends. If it's really hard, the clamp will not stick. The screw holds really good. Okay, let's gonna wait until it's dry, like maybe 6 hours to dry. We can unclamp that one. Usually 4 hours to clamp, and we can take it off. Oh. Look at that! How much rust in there! Woohoo! Big book there. Clean up a bit. I can work now on the rocker panel. Woo! Good job. I'm gonna put this thing here, right? Just pre-mounted, make sure it's there. I'm gonna weld this plate here. Just about right there. So it's about 5.5 from the lip here. 5.5. That's the level of the lip. Same thing as other side here. 5.5. 5.5. That's where it goes. So I'm gonna put a plate there, plate here, plate on the other side. Let's go. The plate is like bend it a little bit here so that it will kind of flat surface there, and we can glue it there. See that? It's angle with. Let's go. Just gonna put a glue on this thing and weld it same time. Glue and weld, and I might need to put some rivets to rivet the thing there. Good. Alright guys, right here's the plate. So I pre-drilled that already with the holes, 4 holes there. So I'm gonna put a bolt, tiny bolt there, and at the same time I'm gonna glue it. There's the glue, so I'm gonna put the glue underneath and I'm gonna stick in the grinded part area. So this thing we're gonna cover, it's still glue on this, so the glue will stick on this. A little bit rust there, but there's still some bare metal, so it should be fine. It's gonna glue it right over there. Let's feel that. So this glue is pretty good. It will seal the rusted area, so it won't gonna rust again. Because if you're gonna weld this thing, it will cause rust inside. Even if you just spray the Well, through primer on this, it's gonna rust easy. So now it's gonna we should put a lap washer, a tiny lap washer. Oh, can put the spool around it. Okay, let's get, I'm gonna tighten that bolt first. So I put the 4 bolts already, so I'm gonna put this tiny washer on it. I put the nut, tiny nut. There you go, I'm gonna tighten it each. Right on, good job. Now it's very solid now. Look at that. See? 4 bolts holding the plate and plus the glue. This is gonna be stay there solid, rock solid. Now we're gonna do the same thing on each side there. The end side and the inside in this area too. So 3 plates and that's good enough. And the rest we can fill it up with the fiberglass after. You know, after we put the rocker panel, slip-on type rocker panel, we can put the fiberglass right here. So this one is just the plate holds the lip of the slip-on type rocker panel. It's gonna be holds really good. It's a solid now. That's good. Right on. All right, guys, you can see here I finished mounting the 2 plates there. So I've done 2 plates already. I mounted there, bolted and glued. This plate, guys, this plate is come from the half of the cab corner here that I'm using. So there's no scrap right here. I'm gonna make another one from that cab corner right here. So that's the leftover. So this one, the half of this, that's the one there I made. I just cut into pieces. I milled the bracket there, so no scrap. That's the way of doing it. If you don't have like a plate around, so just make something, build something that works and that to make a bracket in your rocker panel. So right here, that's how you gonna do it. Build something that gonna work. Right on. We're gonna make another one here for this side. So this the last one, kind of a little bit put here because the end here, there's another that's still solid there. So I'm gonna put it here somewhere, and same thing, I'm gonna build it like that. I'm gonna put a bolt and a glue. Right on. That's how you save the metal, guys. Build something so no scrap. So I'm paying like this, this is very expensive cab corner. This side is very expensive, so we have to build something to make it worthy. I paid this one for the cab corner like $60 plus for 1 piece, so we're gonna save this plate to build something. We have to make something that's useful in this cab corner. That's what you're gonna do. You have to build something that this piece of metal will work and it will not going to scrap, and that way you're gonna save some money for buying a new plate or piece of metal, and at the same time you will learn something how to build a scrap material useful thing, create a nice job after. Okay, let's finish this job done, and we can put the brand new rocker panel slip-on type and glue it on, clamp it overnight. It's gonna wait until dry until tomorrow. Hopefully gonna finish it soon. So this is a little bit hard part of the metal, guys, because it's curved here. This is the last pieces that I cut off. So kind of put in there in the frame and kind of go down a little bit so that the slip-on panel will hold in this area. Spread this out a little bit. Okay, down here from the driver's side, so it goes like that. So looks pretty good. So it looks like the same thing as the front one. See, level, right on. So it's gonna drill a hole for that and do the same thing, put a bolt and let's glue it on. Alright guys, right here is the final plate, the third plate, the front side. So I cut it down here a little bit. I show you here why I cut it down. This one goes in here, inner panel. So this area is, there's a little bit hump. Well, there's a little hump, so it's not totally flat. That's why I cut it down there so that it will fit right there. See. Now I pre-drill that so that I can put easily the bolt on, and let's gonna glue it. So ready for putting the glue. There's my glue here. It's already mixed up. We're on the right side right here. Same thing. And the frame. Let's put the pre-glue here on the frame panel. What they call this, pinch weld, inner pinch weld. So put a glue where the metal meets up there so that it will hold really tight. One gonna fall off. Plus the bolt, and good enough. Perfect. See? Very strong. Now I think I can, you don't need to add four bolts, but there's a hole already. I'm just gonna put it on. The long bolt sticking inside so that it will not show on the other side. Tiny. Oh, pretty tiny, guys. Look at that. There you go. There you go. Good job. 5 bolts holding it. See? It's very solid. Now I'm gonna try our oh yeah, man, it's perfect. Look at that, flush. Good job. Alright guys, as you can see here, I pre-fitted my rocker panel slip-on type here, the left hand side of the vehicle. That's the way of doing it. That's the place that I need to mount my rocker panel. So I put markings there where I put to. And these clamps,
That's where it goes when I glue it, the final gluing. So when I take it off again, I'm gonna put this on the same place here, on that side, so that I will know that these clamps were held tightly. And before I'm gonna put it on, I'm gonna put metal bonding glue. I ground it already behind this panel too, and I ground it here, clamping this thing to the correct position here. That's the correct position, so I know where it goes. You don't want this thing sticking out much. Usually they're sticking out because of the inside the panel, piece of panel. So make sure you have to push this everything here, line up here. As you can see that it's lined up properly there. So that's 99% line up there. It's pretty good set up there where I want to put that panel on. Everything is pre-fitted right there. That's where it goes. When I clamp this thing, I clamp this C-clamp where it used to be. This one here around, that's where it goes to. So the thickness of the clamp is set up. So once I put it on, in the final, it's pre-set and it's ready to go clamps, because you don't want to be like late on this thing. You have to get quick, do it faster so that you can mount this thing properly. So you have more enough time to do this thing. So I'm gonna use the slower version of the, what's this, the lower diffuser metal blending glue, so that I have much time to work on it. You can use medium, actually. You can use medium or slow, but I have a slow here and it's more time to work on it. Clamp this overnight. At the same time I'm clamping, I'm just gonna put a tack of weld here so that this lip here will push, because you don't want to stick out. This one, they like to stick out. When you put this thing on, make sure this one is glued properly here. Make sure it sticks properly, especially down here where this step area of the vehicle. Make sure this one is very tight. Push this very tight so that the glue will stick properly. And at the same time, clamp that one, clamp that. At the same time, you need to slightly tack the welder here so that the weld will help holding it in. You don't need to weld the whole thing, just tack it. Actually, I don't like welding it because it will create like a burn something there, and the undercoating behind it, it's painted, so it creates a fire sometimes. So make sure when you're doing it, welding, make sure you have a blowgun and you can blow it right away, because you don't want to create a big fire. It's better to, if you have a good clamp. Problem, this clamp, this area, the clamp's working properly, but if you want to clamp this area here, like that, this clamp will slide out and keep sliding, it won't hold. So during the time I'm gonna weld it, just clamp it a bit and then tack it. Clamp it here and tack it, clamp it here and tack it a little bit, so it helps that. And maybe if you have lots of like a different C-clamp, that's, you know, usually the C-clamps will slide here because this area is not flat when you're clamping it. So that's a problem, that thing. So I just clamp on this side going there, but on the top one, it's hard to clamp. So the way of doing it, you can screw or fill it up. Doesn't really matter, but I don't want to create some screw there, because, you know, I create a hole and then fiberglass is, you know, it's not gonna be solid. I like this piece here to be solid. There's nothing hole in there, so I like to maybe just weld it a little bit here, not much, and it should be fine. You can screw it. I won't gonna, you know, hurt. But that's what I like to do. I don't want to create some holes on that panel. It's up to you if you make a holes. Doesn't really matter, because you can fill it with a fiberglass after. And it still works good and it should be fine. Okay, I'm gonna take these clamps out and I'm gonna put a glue and I'm gonna glue it on. So I put the markings on the clamp so that it's good for me, so that I will know where the clamp goes. So right here you can see, guys, I pre-drill from the pre-drill a hole from the bottom, because this portion of the hole, that's where my weld goes. So this portion here, and it goes to the bracket, the 3 brackets that I made, and I'm gonna spray that with a weld spray primer where the weld hole is, because that's where the weld goes. So we don't want to get corroded in this thing. It's sprayed with a weld throw primer, and the rest of it here in the middle, I'm gonna spray that with the anti-rust paint, but I want to cover this with a tape so that it will not, so that I cannot spray that with a paint. We have to save this area with the weld throw primer only. And in this lip here, this is where the glue, metal bonding glue, and we don't want to put the glue too much in here because this is only the paint so that it will not, you know, rusted in the future. This one's only the glue in this lip here, and the sides too, and a little bit area here. And this one is gonna be weld through primer because I'm gonna tap a weld in this so that it will connect to the new cab corner. So I'm gonna spray that a little bit here. So guys, I'm very fussy on this thing because I wanna make this truck, you know, really good. So it's gonna preserve in the future. So there's gonna be, it won't gonna be a rust in the future. It's painted, glued. In this area here, it's gonna be painted here. You see a zinc weld through primer, so it's gonna be good. And I put some glue here too, where this thing connects. So, but on the outer side of this thing, I made a line. I'm gonna leave some area, some surface that I can spray a weld through primer because I'm gonna tack it a little bit here, just a little bit. I'm gonna weld it. Tack it right away while the glue's still wet in there. You don't want this to tack after when all the glue is already dried, because you're gonna heat the glue and the glue will come out. So that's the way you're doing it. So let's put a metal bonding glue in it and let's put it on. Okay guys, ready to put on. We're gonna change our gloves and gonna stick this one on. So make sure it's the inside is painted too. Right on. Let's put this piece. So I have a mark here, so it's gonna line up the thing there. Okay. Now I'll put this thing. It will line up right through. Perfect. Now, there it goes. The bottom end, I need to screw it because I can't clamp it. Okay, So guys, look at that, falling off. It's hard to plumb this because it's a round thing. It's not flat, so a little bit tricky in this area, like that. So now I'm gonna tack this one area here so that it doesn't move. I'm gonna tack that with a welder on the side. Okay. What the fuck? Keep falling. So you have lots of time to work on this glue. So you use a slow kind of glue. Right now, and solve the problem. I put the gloves there just to hold for now. Now I'm gonna tack this one. I tack the corner. It doesn't really need to be perfect there. Just the look at that. Right on. To make sure there's no flame there. Boy, that's good. Tap the top too. Start with the hammer. That's all you need. Same thing there. Whether you move farther there, that's it. It's very, this area is very, see? So if you want a screw, you can screw this one. Same thing, I welded it, but it went through the hole because it's very thin. The inside panel is very thin. So I think I'm just gonna tap it. I think it should be fine. So guys can see here. So I tack it right there with the corner and maybe one here and one there, so that's good enough. So the rest we're gonna hold for this glue. Here is a little bit nice weld here because the inner side of the panel is a little thick. This one a little bit thinner on that area, so I'm gonna leave it there. Should be fine because look at that, it's very flat to the surface of the inner panel, so it won't stick out. So looks pretty good. Just couple of one weld here, tack here, and it's good enough. Actually, it look like you don't need to tack it more. Depends, just hammer it. Depends, you know. See, just need to, yeah, see that? Still need to push down more so that it will hold tightly to the glue and leave it overnight. I'm just gonna do that. See, problem is called rusted out. Okay, actually guys, I don't want to tack it anymore because it's same thing it went through. My weld went through. So I just leave it, hold it, clamp it, or put some screw. I think that's the best way. Okay, now I'm gonna put some screw there. So welding is not really good of changing this rocker panel because it's gonna rust more. So right there should be good. I'm just gonna clamp it and use a screw. The screw will hold overnight this brand new rocker panel into the old piece of panel inside. Some screw here. Right there, that's the better way. See, these clamps keep sliding. Keep sliding, guys. Put some rubber underneath. Okay, right on. It helps a lot. So I didn't slide now. I put my gloves there just to hold the clamp so that it will not slide. It's good. Now down here, you can see this area here. Okay, that's here you can see there's a little gap here. We're gonna put some screw here to that will hold the new panel in place. Here, just gonna weld it a bit here. With the welder, the bottom, 2 welds here, 2 welds in the center, 2 welds in the S bracket, and it should be good enough. There. Right on, the flux core welder works good. Alright guys, so we leave this thing overnight and it's gonna be good tomorrow morning. Alright guys, as you can see, the rocker panel is on and everything is tight there. So let's gonna leave it overnight and we're gonna come back tomorrow morning and this rocker panel is like it's gonna be dried like a solid rock tomorrow. So guys, see you tomorrow morning, and we can start grinding it tomorrow. After that, we can put a good fiberglass there, the long strand fiberglass, and after that we can put a short strand, and this rocker pan is gonna be good. So guys, stay tuned and see you tomorrow.